Have you thought about going beyond the classroom for student goals and assessment? In this Apple Slice, we explore integrated therapy in the great outdoors. We will hear an occupational therapist describe the numerous opportunities available to integrate therapy goals on the playground and other outdoor play spaces. In this Apple Slice, we will be focusing on the following DEC recommended practices. A3. Practitioners use assessment materials and strategies that are appropriate for the child's age and level of development and accommodate the child's sensory, physical, communication, cultural, linguistic, social, and emotional characteristics. E1. Practitioners provide services and supports in natural and inclusive environments during daily routines and activities to promote the child's access to and participation in learning experiences. INS4. Practitioners plan for and provide the level of support, accommodation, and adaptations needed for the child to access, participate, and learn within and across activities and routines. Integrated therapy involves the collaboration between educators and therapists to incorporate therapy goals into classroom activities and routines. In our first video clip, Lindsay, an occupational therapist at East Moline Early Learning Center, will discuss collaboration to ensure successful integrated therapies.
I am really lucky at the Early Learning Center here. We collaborate often on the goals as well as just in our treatment in general. We will often meet or visit with one another just to discuss kind of how the child is progressing or any strategies and tools that we can build upon within each other's areas, such as working with our social workers, our speech pathologists, our classroom teachers, and special education teachers.
Play invitations are intentionally designed experiences that encourage open-ended exploration while supporting developmental goals in natural, engaging ways. By embedding therapy targets such as speech and language practice, fine and gross motor development, or social-emotional skill building into meaningful play context, educators and therapists can create opportunities that are both child-led and goal-oriented. Collaboration across disciplines, careful observation, and regular rotation of materials ensure that play invitations remain responsive to children's individual needs, fostering inclusive, therapeutic, and developmentally appropriate learning experiences.
I use the play invitations a lot of times. It depends on the child's interest, but then also what the classroom is studying at that time. For example, if the classroom is studying insects, I may bring out a bug collector and tweezers and work on some fine motor bilateral coordination, and we'll go on a bug hunt, which then usually invites more students to play. So then we're working on a lot of social emotional concepts such as turn taking, waiting for their turn, sharing, and then just kind of facing their fears of bugs if they have that as well, and then working on that regulation piece.
In this next clip, we will look at different pieces of equipment that can be used for integrated therapies on the playground. While watching, think about your outdoor space. What equipment do you have that could be utilized to encourage integrated therapies? What could you add?
These are one of my favorite tools to use on the playground. They are spinning cups where the kids, I encourage them to climb independently. So they're working on grip strength, shoulder stability, and also they're using all their muscles so that they can sit in here and get some movement in a rotation so they can spin all the way around. And I encourage the kids to try to spin by themselves just to work on that independence. And then if they need some help, I gladly will help them. And then that helps them count. We use counting or singing ABCs. This is our merry-go-round, which I love to have the kids climb in and out of. That works on their strength for their arms and their shoulders that they need to work on coloring and drawing skills, as well as their movement system or their vestibular system. It works on their posture and their strengthening of their tummy muscles so that they can stay sitting for longer periods of time during large group or circle time, or if they have to do anything at a table. And these are probably a playground favorite. This is our bikes and our scooter, which works from a social emotional standpoint on turn taking, problem solving, as well as overall gross motor coordination and bilateral coordination, which in the classroom is a foundational skill. If the kids can use their legs together, then I want to work on their hands together so then they can participate in coloring and cutting skills within the classroom for activities. This is our music area, which I love because it works on not only the rhythm and imitation, but it also really grabs the attention of kids who may not be able to participate yet in gross motor play with peers, but they are really engaged in music and singing the alphabet or other I love you ritual songs that they're familiar with in the classroom. It also works on bilateral coordination, which is again a great skill to have in the classroom for ball catching skills as well as for cutting and coloring. And this is our swing area, which might be next to the bikes, the favorite area for all of the students here. And this is a great way to get in that movement that the kids are seeking. You can do fast or slow. You can work on some pre-language skills such as requesting more. And then I also love to have the kids climb in here too to just work on their strength for their fine motor and gross motor strength and coordination. This is our incline hill and double slide, which works on the kids' ability to climb, and they also love to roll down this hill. It's also a great spot for cloud watching, and then the kids can work on not only their gross motor coordination, but they can also work on turn taking and sliding down with a buddy. So some of those social emotional skills, as well as grip strength and fine motor coordination skills that they need in the classroom by swinging on the bar before they slide down the slide. This is our obstacle course, which has the kids climbing on various levels. So you're working on gross motor coordination, strength, as well as something that I use a lot in the classroom with sequencing routines is the motor planning. So they have to be able to sequence the steps of the obstacle course independently and follow their peers, as well as the social emotional taking turns, problem solving, and sharing the space. We also encourage the kids to climb up onto this big log and take a little bit of a risk and jump down from the log as independent as they are available or able to do. This is our climbing structure that works on our fine motor strength and our shoulder strength that we need for coloring, cutting, playing games, working with manipulatives in the classroom. And then we also have a tunnel slide that works on turn taking, waiting for sharing, and then our log bridge that works on balance and helps with those students that have a little bit delayed gross motor coordination or challenges navigating the stairs within the classroom environment. And then we have a climbing structure that works on gross motor, balance, our fine motor coordination, our grip strength, and also works on your movement system as well as your proprioceptive system, which that just gives us an idea of where we are in space. So that helps us be able to stand in line with our friends, be able to kind of know where we are when we're in the classroom, so where our cubby is, how to sit during large group, and stay within our own space. And we also have more tunnel slides as well as a buddy slide. So again, just working on turn taking, sharing, problem solving, and just socializing with peers.
Thank you for watching the Integrated Therapies on the Playground Apple Slice. If integrated therapy is a new concept, you might want to consider starting a conversation with a therapist in your program about what this could look like. To get started, you might start small by choosing one time of day or one child's goals to focus on collaboratively. Ask the therapist to join daily routines such as circle time, snack, or outdoor play to naturally embed their strategies. Plan one joint activity where both educators and therapists can support children together. This could be an art project, sensory table, or a movement game. Share classroom goals and ask how therapy strategies could align to support them. Reflect together after trying an activity. What worked? What could be adjusted? Or, how can strategies carry over to other parts of the day? We would like to thank the East Moline Learning Center and Lindsay Schlicksup. For additional Apples videos or Apple Slices, visit our YouTube. For more information on StarNet Regions 1 and 3, visit our website.